Welcome to this video, which hopefully will help students understand the Chapter 2 assignment very specifically. Many people may get confused because I've had to do something unusual since this one involves email, and since we have technology differences on the web and differences with what's printed in your textbook. Many people feel more comfortable if they have a video step-by-step on how the actual assignment works, and that's the purpose of what I'm doing here. I pulled up this particular document from the Chapter 2 textbook assignment. Now this date may be different depending upon whether you're in the seated class or the online class, so don't worry about the date that's right here. You follow whatever is in Blackboard. You're going to read and study Chapter 2, which basically is about email, and the primary focus here will be on the one we have here at CCC under live.com. You may have some other emails that you prefer under, say, Google Docs with Gmail or under AT&T somewhere else, but we're going to focus on the one that's associated with the book and with CCC. Read the chapter and see if you understand the basics behind it, and I'm going to go straight to the assignment itself and let you see exactly what's going on. The directions start on the second page of the attached handout, but I want to let you know that at the very end of this, if you're a highly confused person or maybe get a little more nervous or become a little more obsessive compulsive or very type A or very directional about it, there should be a checkoff list on the very end of this assignment sheet that will help you know exactly what you need to do and where you need to send it. Having said that, I'll refer to the document elsewhere on a different computer where you can't see it, but here's where the actual assignment itself starts. You want to go into live.com and open your email. You should already know how to do this because you sent me an email through the CCC email account earlier in the semester. And you're going to be doing several things here through your email account. Now I've had some issues with mine because Microsoft has been giving me a very difficult time lately, but I will do the best I can to get this across to you. And in this first assignment, the very first part says, of course, to go into the CCC email account, and you want to create 4 items for me. I just want to see if you know this material where the book is concerned. The first thing is to create a contact, and I want you to add me as your contact person. To do that, you move over to the left hand side of the screen at the bottom. It says Mail, Calendar, Contacts, and Task. Go to Contacts and click on that, and when you click on the word Contacts, you'll see Pam and Jonathan there, who are Blackboard and department head people, so their email is very public anyway. There's no privacy violation here. If I go to the New button, having chosen Contacts, I'll have the option of Contact, Group, and Message. I'm going to click Contact here, and just to make things simple with me, you don't have to add a lot of detailed information about street address or home phone or anything like that. As long as you type in Michael for the first name, Sisk for the last name, and you should know this from the orientation quiz and from my syllabus, and just check under my email and just put in the email siscam@clevelandcc.edu. and just go to the top and choose Save and Close. If I've gone too fast, just replay the video, and the contact information will be added down here. Now you want to do a screen capture, and a screen capture depends on what computer, what operating system, whether you have a tablet or a desktop or laptop device, and you have to handle this yourself. Mine happens to be the snipping tool for Windows 7, so I'm going to do a screen capture that shows that I've added Michael Sisk as an item here, and I'm going to, or as a contact, and I'm going to save this. Now I messed up the video earlier, so I'm going to type the word contact. Now mine's going to ask me to replace it because I had to re-record this video the second time when my computer froze up on me. So I've got one called Contact in there as a screen capture to document to the instructor that I've done this part. The second bullet on the sheet says to create a group. Stay in this same screen, and you can either click on groups if you want to, or you can go to the new arrow. I would do that and choose group, and I want you to do a group called family. Now make sure you don't have this clicked under members. Make sure it's under group name at the top. You do not want it to be right here. You want it to be at the very top where it says group name. The members would be whatever emails you wanted to put in there, and groups are very handy because you could send something to your entire family tree for a reunion, or to, in my case, to my department members or to the faculty senate or whomever, and it makes it a little faster once you've established the emails that go into this group. For the sake of time right now, just choose Save and Close, and again, if you click Groups, it will show you the groups that are created, and again, you can do a screen capture of that one as well. My little plus is flickering because I'm in video recording mode right now. And I'm going to do File, Save As. I already actually have this saved as group, and that's why it's going to ask me in a minute to replace it. Again, just evidence that you have done this part of the assignment. The third item you're going to do is to create an automatic signature so that when you type a new email, and by the way, I would go back, now that we're out of contacts and groups, go down to the lower left-hand corner and choose Mail again so you get back to your regular mailbox. And just to show you what I'm talking about, I'm going to click the word New as if I were going to do a new email, and you may notice here that I have an automatic signature that says Michael Sisk Web 110 Cleveland Community College, and that's something that I can put in any kind of font. I could put a title of my job, I could put certifications I have, or whatever you want to put in that signature is totally up to you. To create that signature, what you do is go over to the far left of the screen where it says Options, click the little arrow, and choose See All Options. You'll get a screen similar to this one with your account information, and you want to go down the left-hand side of the screen and find the word Settings. Now mine for some reason tends to be freezing out right now, but normally you would see an email signature listed right there, but for some reason when I'm clicking in here, mine is wanting to gray out on me. I don't know what's happening, but I don't have time to fool with it right now because I need to get the video out there to you guys. But basically what you'll do is you'll type in your information for your signature in this body right here. Be sure that down here at the bottom where it says automatically include my signature on messages I send, be sure that that is checked so that it will put that signature in there for you. And then you can go down here to the bottom corner, right corner, and click the word Save. I'm not going to save mine because it may make mine disappear, but you basically save it, and that will have your signature there. You want the signature to contain your name, in my case Michael Sisk, the course title Web 110, and the college name Cleveland Community College, or CCC is fine. I'll go back to the mail routine now. It's going to, and down in the bottom corner, the fourth option, and you should probably, I didn't do this, but you should probably have done a screen capture. Well, actually, you should have done a screen capture of this one as well. You can always go back to it. And again, what I would do here for signature is I would go to my screen capture tool, whatever that happens to be, and I would do a capture of that screen as well. So I will save that one, and I've actually done a screen capture ahead of time for you. The fourth thing that is listed on this sheet is the calendar option. I want again to let you know that there is a calendar associated with most emails now, and this is no exception. So create a calendar item that reminds you of the due date for this assignment, depending again on whether you're in the seated class or in the online class. So I'll click down here in the left hand corner where it says calendar. Now this one has February the 10th set up. Let's just say, for example, that your assignment was due on the 16th. I would click on February 16th on this calendar. I would go to New, and let's say the subject were Chapter 2 Work is due. And I can put the start time there. Let's say that I need to be reminded at 12 noon that it's due, and I'm going to remind it all the way until, say, 11 o'clock. Again, that's totally up to you. You may want your computer to remind you every hour or every 2 hours or something. You can just choose that time as you need to and click Save and Close up in the corner, and it will put that particular block in there. So I have February 16th where my assignment is saved for Chapter 2 Work is due as a calendar reminder. And again, you can capture this if you want to by going across here and making that capture. Again, you're just documenting for me where you want it. Now, I probably should have told you earlier to save these things in proper places. You remember where you've saved this stuff. I can't do that part for you because, of course, I'm not at your computer. So I'm going to call this one Calendar Proof. You got to remember your names also. So now I have a total of 4 screen captures that I've done so far, and I'm going to show you these on the Word document just to recall this. You've added your instructor as a contact person. I did a screen capture of that one, and I have the picture on the handout for you as well. I've created a group called Family in the group section. I've created an automatic signature for my email, and I've created a calendar item. So I've got 4 items that are there. Now, So that I don't confuse you right now, yes, and I guess I should have, let's say I said 4 items right there. I probably should have said really 1, 2, 3. Well, I've technically done 5 items. So I'm going to change this handout. Anyway, I want to create a folder now inside my email called Web Seated Students. So here I go back to my mail. I'm going away from calendar back to mail. And I'm going to click my name over here on the left. It's got Mike Sisk right here. And if I right click right there, I can create a new folder. And I want that to be called, there's a little blank area right there, Web. Now depending on your class, yours may say Web Seated Students, yours may say Web Online Students. I'm going to call mine Web 110 Students, just something basic so that I know who you are. Web 110 Students right there. Okay, that's the folder name, Web 110 Students. And I'll go ahead with this video right now, I'll go ahead and make that change right now, so that takes care of it. Okay. Whoa, I don't know what I did there. Sorry about that. And you see my nasty desktop right here. Again, I do these videos. You're going to find out quickly. I do these videos very much on the fly. All right. Now, to document that I have done a folder called Web 110 Students, I'm going to yet again create a screen capture that has my folder right there. And there it is where it says Web 110 Students. I'll circle mine because I have that capability on the video. I'm not very good with my left hand, but anyway, it's right there. You see you get the idea. So save as, and I'll call that folder evidence or something of that nature. All right, I have now captured the items that I need for this assignment. It's not as hard as it looks, but I just wanted to give you a very elaborate step-by-step process of what's going on so far. So I've now created these items in my email account. Now what I want to do is create something called a zipped folder so that you don't have to have just attachment after attachment after attachment. Everybody in a computer class, especially this one, should know how to do 2 things, and that's what I'm doing in this assignment. You should be able to create a zipped folder and to create something called a portable document file, PDF, which can be read on any computer in case their software and your software do not match each other. So I want you to create a zipped folder that contains all the screen captures that we've done so far. And I've got a video out there on how to create a zip folder for those of you who may be a little more nervous about it, or you're very new to computers. And the zip folder is actually very easy to create, even if you're on an Apple computer instead of one of these computers I've got from Microsoft. What I'm going to do is find all of my files I've done. Now you'll have to find these where yours happens to be. I'm going to create a brand new folder out here. In fact, I'm going to create a new folder right here. This may be difficult to see, and I'm going to do something a little more unconventional right here that you won't know about. I did this magically so you could see my folder on the video screen. Now what I'm going to do here is open that zip folder, and I'm going to drag in, again, this is my method, it depends on what you have on your computer. I'm going to drag my contact, my group, my signature, and let's see what the others are, my calendar. Got a messy desktop up here, don't I? That's just me. And my folder. So I have my 5 screen captures right here, and those 5 screen captures are inside my zip folder. I'm going to make these extra large so you can see these a little bit better. In fact, I'm going to go even larger than that. I'm going to go extra large. There are my screen captures right there, 5 of them, and they're contained inside this zip folder right here. You may be able to see the way Microsoft has this. Now your zip folder may end up being, and it's not zipped yet. Actually, I technically do not have a zip folder yet. It doesn't have a zipper on it. I want to be very emphatic. That is not the zipped folder. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to rename this. I hope I don't confuse people. This is not. This is just a folder containing the captures, whatever you want to call it. Now, if you're very exact, following me every step, you may be a little confused here, and I can help you individually. It's very easy to do this. You want to make sure that your folder containing all the contents is in front of your face. If you're in a Microsoft environment, you want to right-click it, go down about halfway where it says send to, and you'll see the word compressed right there. If you happen to be on an Apple computer, again, you will right click your folder and you'll choose a word. I have an Apple computer where you can't see what I'm doing right now, but if I were to right click or control click on my Apple, I'll choose the word compress. And what will happen, it will make a folder that has a zipper on it. Now either you'll see it like this, again you'll see it probably in 5 different flavors. Some of you will have a letter Z like this one. Some of you will have a physical zipper like a zipper on pants. Some of you will see a stack of books with something bound around them. It depends on the format of your particular computer and your zip program that's built in. But that's your zip folder right there. In fact, I'm going to rename mine zipped folder. You can call it anything you want to as far as I'm concerned. The handout said to create a zip folder. It didn't say to give a name for it. Alright, that zip folder will contain all of your documents. This is the only kind that you can send across email. You will not be able to send a regular folder. Trust me folks, it will not let you. So note where that zipped folder is located in your documents, in your computer. Now I'm going back to the email right now, and if you will, I want you to create something else too. It says to create a short Word document. The next step says to create a short Word document. I'm going to do that also. I'm going to go to a brand new Word document. Now I've got one on the screen for visual purposes here, but I'm going to go to a blank Word document, and it says to do something short that describes an ideal weekend with your family. And I'm just going to make this really easy. I'm making this large for I'm concerned. Don't make it big. An ideal weekend would be going to a basketball game with my friends after having a steak dinner, something like that. Alright, now normally you would go to File, Save As, and I might save it to my desktop or wherever you want to save it. I'm going to personally save mine where I had it earlier. Well, maybe not. I'll just leave it right here for now. And I'm going to save it as, and it tells me what to save it as. It said to save it as the perfect weekend. So I want to make sure you're following directions very carefully here. So I'm going to go to where it says the perfect weekend. Now before you jump the gun, it said to save it as a PDF file. That's very easy to do in Word. If you use a different program, that's fine as long as you find a PDF format. Where it says save as type, where normally it's a Word document, you just click that arrow, and about halfway down you'll see the letters PDF. And what makes portable document files unique is, as the name says, portable document. It means that any computer with any browser can read this document no matter what their software is. It's very generic and very convenient these days to have those, because a lot of people may not have the capabilities on their end of the computer. If you have a different kind of document, like they may not have Excel, they may not have PowerPoint, they may not have Photoshop, but if you save it as a PDF, they can, or screen capture, they can read it. So choose PDF right there, make sure it says that, and then click Save. Alright, so that document is now what it will do here is it will show me, in my case, Adobe Reader, which is a standard PDF reader, and when I click that, my Word document is still there, so when I close it, it will still ask me to save it. What it's asking me there is, do I want to save it as a Word document? And I'm not going to. You can if you want to. So now we have a zipped folder and a PDF file. Now we're going to go and do the email. I want you to create an email message to me, the instructor, and do a courtesy copy or a carbon copy that goes to yourself. That way you can be sure that if it's sent to you, it probably will send to me automatically. I've got a very specific subject line that I want for it. Chapter 2 assignment. I want a brief message. Doesn't have to be anything long. It could be, here you go. It should have these 2 attachments that we just did. Whoops, sorry. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm on a crazy computer with this jerkiness. I apologize for this. And again, I don't do this with one and done. There's the subject line right there. The brief message. I want the 2 attachments, the zip folder and the PDF file that I already have. The automatic signature should be there, and then send the message to me. So let's do that. We'll go to the email. I apologize for that jerk a minute ago. I'm so sorry. Click New for Email. Alright, and you're going to put my name, Syskim at Cleveland, and it may even have it there from your contacts list. If it doesn't, just type it in. Carbon copy it to yourself. Now your name is not Michael Sisk at Gmail, so don't copy exactly what I have here, folks. So do your own thing. Be sure there's a carbon copy. I can't do it twice, but I'm going to do it right here just to let you see it. Do a carbon copy to yourself. So it might be Syskim178 at Cleveland CC or whatever. Alright. The subject line. Again, the subject line should say Chapter 2 assignment. That way I know what I'm getting from each of you. Alright. You'll notice my automatic signature is already in here, built in from what I did earlier. It should be there. If not, you need to go back and probably check that box. Alright. And type in, here is my message. Something just real short. It's fine. Now, let's attach those two files that I want you to attach. So right next to the word send and next to the disk, there's a paper clip. And if you hover over that, it says attach file. Click on it. Locate the documents that you need to find. Now, yours will be in a different location from what mine are. And I'm having a crazy time. If you hear all kinds of noises, I'm battling a lot of stuff trying to get this video made. I so apologize to you folks for that. Alright, I'm going to go in, and the first thing I'm going to find is the perfect weekend. That's my PDF file, and it will upload right there. It goes down here where it says attached, and now click the little attachment again, and I've got to locate that zipped file that I had earlier. And I may get one that I made ahead of time, but basically you want to go in and find, I've been so kind of like you guys sometimes I get really stressed by what's going on. There's one. It's called zipped folder, so it'll have the Z or some little evidence there, and I have two attachments. So I've got everything I need right here. In my case, I'm going to erase a carbon copy. You leave yours in there, and I'll click send, and there it goes to me. Now, you may have heard a little noise right there because I received the document. Alright? Now, once you've done this, I want to make sure that you place a copy of the email in that folder that we created earlier. Now, not the zipped one. I don't want you to be confused right here. You want to go into your email account. We had a folder earlier that we made called Chapter 2 Web 110. So just drag that email into the Chapter 2 Web 110 folder. Hopefully you're seeing it in gold letters on the screen right now. Let go of it. And if I were to click on that folder called Chapter 2 Web 110, I would see the Chapter 2 assignment right there. And if you will screen capture that for me, and by screen capturing it, what I have here is probably your name there, the folder, and the fact that the email's in the folder. You don't have to circle it. I just happen to have a special pen that does that. Save it somewhere where you're going to remember it. And you can send the screen capture to me also. So I'm going to call this folder and email capture in the desktop. Now, I want you to send that one to me as well. So you're actually sending a second email to me. So do a new email to me. And you may want to copy to yourself just for verification that it all worked out. The subject is folder and email capture. Signature's there. Here you are. Alright. Be sure that you do an attachment and find that guy that you just did. And I hope this is not confusing to you. I apologize for all the stuff that's been going on while I've been recording this video. Alright? And send that. Now I'll get a little noise indicating that mine came in. And if you go to the new email in your inbox, it should be there. There's mine right there. So that takes care of the first part of the assignment. So again, let me recall and make sure on the checklist that everything's here and that you understand it. So I'm going back to this checklist for this first assignment. I created a contact person in the contacts list. Get right here and emphasize it. I created a contact person in the list, and that was me specifically. I created a group called family. I did an automatic signature containing my name, the course, and the college. I created a calendar item. I created a folder called Web City Students, and I did screen captures of all these items. I then zipped these inside a folder. I put them in a folder, and then I zipped it. Now again, I don't want you to get this folder. This is an email folder right here. This one is the zip folder. I created a short Word document saved as a PDF file called The Perfect Weekend. I did an email, carbon copy to you and sent to me. The subject line of that email is Chapter 2 assignment. The email has content like here is the assignment. It contains both attachments. It contains the automatic signature. It was sent to both you and me. Once the email came back to your email account, it was placed in the folder that was created on the email account, and then a screen capture was sent to me that proved that the email and the folder were there. Hopefully this helps you out with this part of the assignment. This is part 1 of the assignment. Part 2, which will be done in another video, involves something called the SkyDrive, which hopefully will not be quite as wordy as this one. I appreciate your time, and if you have any questions, please contact me.